the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippine Air Force and Japan Air Self-Defense Force launched Doshin Bayanihan to boost radar cooperation. Philippine Navy eyes acquisition of 3 Japanese Sabukuma-class destroyers. Malacanang vows to maintain momentum as employment rises. BIR sues Diskaya couple for 7.18 billion pesos in unpaid taxes.
Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo in Quezon City. Today is Thursday, October 9, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the Philippine Air Force and Japan Air Self-Defense Force launched Doshin Bayanihan 5-25 at Brigadier General Benito Ebuen Air Base in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. The joint exercise, running from October 7 to 11, aims to strengthen interoperability and coordination in humanitarian assistance and disaster response operations. Both air forces are deploying C-130 aircraft to simulate real-world missions, including airlift, medical, and night vision goggle operations. This year's iteration, the first under the Reciprocal Access Agreement, highlights the Philippines and Japan commitment to peace, security, and regional resilience.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 82nd Infantry Battalion actively participated in the full-scale emergency exercise led by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines at Calibo International Airport. The unit provided manpower and security support during simulated high-risk scenarios, including an aircraft crash and external security threats. Their participation demonstrated the Army's capability to respond swiftly and effectively in joint emergency operations. The 82nd Infantry Battalion reaffirmed its commitment to the ACON, or as One Towards One Goal, initiative that promoting teamwork and community resilience in Aklan.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let us hear some information from Juan about AFP hosts ASEAN Peacekeeping Staff Exercise 3.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines Peacekeeping Operations Center, home of the Filipino peacekeepers, formally opened the ASEAN Peacekeeping Staff Exercise 3, a multinational training activity that brings together 21 foreign participants and 9 Filipino delegates representing ASEAN member states. The event marks another milestone in strengthening the region's peacekeeping capabilities, interoperability, and collective commitment to security and stability. The guest of honor and speaker, Major General Romel R. Cordova, Philippine Army, Deputy Chief of Staff for Plans J5 Armed Forces of the Philippines, underscored the essence of unity, learning, and friendship among ASEAN peacekeepers as the foundation of lasting peace and cooperation. He also echoed the directive of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to revitalize the role of Filipino peacekeepers in United Nations operations, reaffirming the Philippines' commitment as a partner, pathfinder, and peacemaker in the international community. Through ASEAN Peacekeeping Staff Exercise, ASEAN member states strengthen their command, planning, and coordination competencies while deepening regional solidarity and interoperability, transforming shared experiences into a unified force for peace and stability in the region. This is John Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Juan from NOLCOM.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 203rd Infantry Brigade actively joined the relief operations led by GMA Kapuso Foundation Incorporated to aid communities in Mansalay and Bulalaka, Oriental Mindoro affected by Typhoon Opong. supported by the 2nd Infantry Division and Southern Luzon Command. The humanitarian mission distributed essential supplies to 1,000 affected families across several barangays. The initiative aimed to address the urgent needs of residents and help them recover from the devastation caused by the typhoon. The joint efforts of the Philippine Army, Jaime Kapuso Foundation, and local governments embodied the true spirit of bayanihan, unity, and compassion in times of crisis.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 73rd Infantry Battalion once again partnered with the local Amnesty Board of Coronadal and the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office Sarangani to conduct an amnesty orientation and application assistance at Alpha Company Headquarters, Malapatan. The activity gathered 18 former CPP and PANDF members who successfully completed the orientation and processing of their amnesty applications. LAB Coronadal's Peace Program Office led the session, while the Public Attorney's Office provided legal support to ensure proper documentation. The initiative highlighted the government's unified commitment to peace, reconciliation, and the reintegration of former rebels into a peaceful and progressive society.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Mel Joy of First CRG about MBLT 10 launches Youth Leadership Summit 2025 in Cagayan. Go ahead, Mel.
Yes, Rofh, the Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 of the 4th Marine Brigade officially launched the Youth Leadership Summit 2025 at headquarters MBLT 10 Sitio Borobor, Barangay Magapit, Lalo, Cagayan. The Youth Leadership Summit is a government program designed to develop the leadership and potential of young individuals by nurturing God-fearing youth, imparting essential leadership principles, and instilling the values of patriotism, discipline, and social responsibility. The program aims to mold the younger generation into advocates of peace and responsible nation builders who embody the ideals of service, integrity, and nationalism while promoting unity within their respective community. Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 hosted 57 youth leaders from Lyceum Kamalanwigan for 4 days wireless program. Participants will engage in interactive lecture, workshops, and team-building activities designed to strengthen camaraderie, discipline, and moral integrity. This initiative underscores MBLT 10's steadfast dedication to youth empowerment and community development, shaping future leaders who embody leadership, faith, and patriotism, the values that lie at the core of the Philippine Marine Corps and the nation it serves. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Moljoy of First CRG.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy is considering acquiring 3 of the 6 Abukuma-class destroyer escorts from Japan. During a Senate budget hearing, Navy Chief Vice Admiral Jose Maria Ambrosio Ezpeleta said the inspections had been completed and recommendations submitted, though Japan's constitutional limits may restrict the transfer. He noted that the warships, over 30 years old and set for decommissioning in 2027, would have their weapon systems removed before turnover. The planned acquisition aligns with the ongoing defense cooperation between Manila and Tokyo under the Reciprocal Access Agreement amid rising regional security challenges.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, Malacanang highlighted the administration's push to sustain momentum in employment growth. Palace Press Officer Claire Castor made the statement after the Philippine Statistics Authority reported that the national employment rate rose to 96.1% in August from 94.7% in July. Castor said the government does not stop in raising the livelihood of every Filipino through job fairs to bring employment closer to the people. She added the administration will continue building on this momentum to generate more jobs nationwide.
Armed Forces Radio.
Some information from Gina about cadets launch Besang Pass Warrior Challenge to honor historic valor.
Yes, Rofh, inspired by the heroism of World War II's Battle of Besang Pass, selected cadets of the Corps launched the Besang Pass Warrior Challenge, an elite competition testing strength, endurance, and tactical skill. 8 companies will compete for the prestigious Military Tactics Cup through intense physical and strategic events. The challenge opened with the Order of March, where teams faced grueling obstacle courses to gain a tactical advantage for D-Day. Driven by the legacy of Filipino courage, the cadets demonstrate resilience, discipline, and the indomitable warrior spirit. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Gina.
DWDD National News.
Malacanang has yet to receive a shortlist of candidates to take over the post to be left by Department of Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla. Remulla was appointed by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. as the new ombudsman. Presidential Communications Office under Secretary Claire Castro said that so far they have not received any details regarding their shortlist. Remulla tapped DOJ Undersecretary Frederick Vida to serve as officer in charge until his replacement is named.
DWDD National News.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is now the acting chairperson of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. This came after the resignation of Senator Panfilo Lacson from the post. Senate President Vicente Soto III said that as the vice chairperson, Tulfo automatically becomes chairperson of the committee. Soto said that Tulfo is currently abroad, but they will conduct a meeting in the committee when he comes back.
Armed Forces Radio.
From our report on the ground this year, the report of Spencer about Fifth ID and DSWD provide financial aid to former rebels in Isabela. Go, Spencer.
Yes, Rofh, the Department of Social Welfare and Development Field Office Region 2, in partnership with the 5th Infantry Division, provided financial assistance to 3 former rebels in Isabela. Each beneficiary received 20,000 pesos, comprising 10,000 for food assistance and 10,000 pesos in cash relief assistance to support their transition to civilian life. The aid forms part of the Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program, which promotes the reintegration of former rebels into their communities. Furthermore, DSWD and 5th ID reaffirmed the government's commitment to peace and sustainable reintegration under the whole of government nation approach. This is Spencer, reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer.
DWDD National News.
Meanwhile, the Philippine National Police is preparing a subpoena against a social media user who claimed acting PNP Chief Lieutenant General Jose Melencio Nertates Jr. had urged the police, military, and other uniformed personnel to disobey lawful orders from President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Randolph Tuanyo said the fabricated and malicious post was intended to spread confusion and discredit the police institution. Tuanyo said he was not at liberty to name the social media user, who went by the FB name Rose Ann and is a professional living in Mindanao. He also added that the subpoena to be issued by the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group would allow the netizen to explain her side.
DWDD National News.
The Bureau of Internal Revenue has filed multiple criminal complaints against contractor couple Sara and Curly Discaya and a corporate officer of St. Gerard Construction General Contractor and Development Corporation for unpaid taxes amounting to 7.18 billion pesos. BIR Commissioner Romeo Lumagi Jr. said that tax liability remains enforceable despite the possibility that the Discayas turn state witness in separate corruption cases. He emphasized that tax obligations cannot be waived, offset, or settled through restitution agreements. Lumagi also mentioned that the agency's assessment against the Discayas stemmed from unpaid income, excise and document stamp taxes, as well as glaring inconsistencies between their declared income and their ownership of high-value properties and luxury vehicles.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Marian about Philippine Air Force airlifts another batch of relief goods to northern Cebu for earthquake victims.
The Philippine Air Force airlifted another batch of relief goods to northern Cebu yesterday aboard a C-130 aircraft from Villamar Air Base in Pasay City to Benito Ebuen Air Base in Lapu-Lapu City. The cargo supplied by the Presidential Security Command included picnic tents, blankets, and tent materials for earthquake-affected communities. The operation forms part of ongoing humanitarian assistance and disaster response missions in the region. Philippine Air Force reaffirmed its commitment in delivering timely aid and sustaining close coordination with partner agencies to support disaster relief efforts. This is Marian reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Marian.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, the city government of San Juan has inaugurated the San Juan Medical Center Wellness Hub. The Wellness Hub promotes a peaceful and people-centered approach to health. It features several facilities including a nursing lounge, lifestyle medicine, comprehensive care suite, sight and sound diagnostic suite, and a meditation chapel. 3 more sections, clear imaging for x-rays and ultrasound, kinetic and vitality rehab gym, and bite and small wellness dental unit are also set to open soon.
DWDD National News.
The Manila City government approved a 32.96 billion annual investment program for fiscal year 2026. The budget highlighted programs for social services, infrastructure resilience, and inclusive urban development. Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno said social services received the largest allocation, covering programs in health, education, housing, and welfare. This also covers protective services for vulnerable groups such as senior citizens, solo parents, persons with disabilities, and calamity victims. Moreno also called the budget a roadmap for inclusive growth, resilience, and prosperity.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Ken. Togwan conducts cascading session to reinforce discipline and accountability.
Tactical Operation Group 1 conducted a cascading session on resolved disciplinary cases to enhance awareness and understanding among its personnel. The session presented actual cases addressed within Philippine Air Force, emphasizing the importance of discipline, accountability, and strict adherence to military regulation. Tactical Operation Group 1 stressed the lesson learned from these cases to prevent similar incidents and promote professionalism across all ranks. The initiative reflects the unit's proactive approach in upholding integrity and maintaining high ethical standards within the organization. This is Ken reporting for AP Community News, 1 AP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ken.
DWDD National News.
On the other hand, the Philippine National Police has identified the individual allegedly behind a malicious social media post against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Police spokesperson Brigadier General Randolph Tuanyo said the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group and the Anti-Cybercrime Group has uncovered the identity of the person who made the post on Facebook. Tuanyo added that the post has been taken down. He refused to divulge the name of the person but said the subject is a female professional from Mindanao. He also mentioned that the CIDG is preparing a subpoena to summon her and give her the opportunity to explain.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine government has reaffirmed its commitment in safeguarding the rights and safety of media workers during the 5th Philippines-European Union Subcommittee meeting on good governance, rule of law, and human rights held in Brussels, Belgium. Presidential Task Force on Media Security Executive Director Jose Torres Jr. highlighted ongoing efforts to protect media workers through legal reforms and capacity-building initiatives. He also cited the agency's initiatives to combat media-related violence, ensure journalist safety, and counter misinformation and defamation. Torres also emphasized legislative priorities, including the decriminalization of libel, the Media Workers Welfare Bill, and the implementation of safety and security training workshops.
Armed Forces Radio.
And on the other line, let's hear more from Jimboy about Philippine Army launches preventive dentistry program for troops in Sulu.
The Philippine Army officially launched the preventive dentistry program at the 21st Infantry Battalion in Panamaw, Sulu yesterday. In partnership with the 11th Dental Detachment, the team provided dental service to the Army personnel stationed in the area. The program highlights the Army commitment to the overall well-being of its soldiers, ensuring not only physical strength but also good moral health. This initiative formed part of a broader effort to build healthier and more resilient armed forces of the Philippines. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
For our weather update, Tropical Storm Nakri is expected to enter the Philippine area of responsibility within the day. But Pag-asa weather forecaster Chanel Dominguez said it will not directly affect the weather condition in any part of the country. The cyclone was located 1,505 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon as of 3 a.m. Once it enters Par, it will be given the local name Kedan.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast, and thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio, the DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.